welcome to the channel. My name's Tom. I live here in Central Texas, and I've been collecting case knives for a little while. Kind of started with gifts from my father-in-law over Christmases and birthdays and things like that, and then kind of grew into, I really liked them, and so I wanted to start collecting, and I didn't know where to start because there's old, there's new, there's so many different types of knife that they make. There's so many handle patterns and colors that they have. It's super impressive, and I'm by no means an expert, and I'm sure y'all can help me learn lots of things as we go through this. I don't pay a lot. I'm not big on blade material, where I know a lot of people are. That's another thing to continue to learn about. So as I was trying to think about what I wanted to do, I kind of came up with two branches for my collection. And so we're going to go start one branch tonight, and I'm going to save the other one for a future video. So what I did on this branch that we're going to talk about tonight is I picked the 5, what I think makes a set, 5 most complete, the knives that you need to make a set for a certain color of the handle or pattern. And so I will go over that one tonight, and then there are a couple of knives that aren't made in every pattern or handle, and so there will be like substitutes, and I'll tell you what I'm allowing for my collection to be the substitute. And then I would love to hear, like, question of the day, what 5 knives would you pick to make a set? Which 5 do you think are the best? I think that generates awesome discussion. I can't wait to see what y'all have to say. So right now we'll get to it, and I will show you the 5 knives that I use to make a set. All right, guys, so what we're going to do now is we're going to go through the 5 knives that I think make a complete set for my collection. So the color that I'm going to use tonight on the handle is the yellow synthetic. I think it's a super classic look. It's actually my wife's favorite. I think it's a classic look for case. So I actually kind of where I started. So I'm going to just use those tonight for my demo. So we'll just hop right into it. The first knife is the Trapper. Classic for case. It's got the 2 blades. It's got the clip blade. It's got the spay blade. Good for skinning animals, small game, things like that. That clip blade's big and strong. It's can do a lot of work while you're out in the field. So I think it's a must-have in your collection. The second knife is the little brother. I picked the Mini Trapper. My collection actually started, I was going to collect all the pairs of Trappers and Mini Trappers. So absolutely the same 2 blades come on this knife. We've got the clip blade and the smaller spay blade. I think they're just the coolest little knives. This one will fit in your pocket or really well on your belt. So can kind of be versatile, a little big for a pocket, but if you're going to be out and about and you need a good strong knife, I love the Mini Trapper. But the third knife I think is really a classic for case. Definitely a pocket knife. Can go in your pocket. You can wear it on your belt. I do have a leather sheath that I wear mine sometimes on my belt. It is the medium Stockman. I think this knife is great. What I like about this knife is it does have the 3 blades. So it's got your clip blade, it's got your spay blade, just like the first 2 did. But then it's also got a sheep foot blade. So having 3 blades gives you 3 edges and lots of versatility while you're out getting things done before you would have to sharpen again. So really, out of the 5, I talked about substitutions earlier for other colors. These 3, the Trapper, the Mini Trapper, and the medium Stockman, are all going to always be in. If it's not made in that color, then I'm not going to have that color in my collection. Those 3 are the main 3. The other 2 will do substitutions, but I think if I got to pick my 5, I would pick these 5. The next one is the Peanut. That's a true pocket knife. Fits in your pocket well. I actually carried mine to church on Sunday, a different one than this. My collection ones stay in the collection, not carried. But it does have a clip blade on it. And then this is a new kind of blade we haven't seen yet. It's called a pin blade. And so the pin blade, this is a good little knife, gives you 2 blades in your pocket. It actually, I tested it out this last week at church, and it'll fit in that little front pocket of your jeans. Pretty nice. It's nice to have, good for fingernails, little small jobs like that. So the Peanut would be number 4. Number 5 is a knife with a new kind of blade. This is kind of the little brother, but this is the Sodbuster Junior. They do make a bigger one, but I like this size. But one thing I like about this knife is the synthetic handles. Knives aren't super expensive. eBay, Amazon. I always use Shepherd Hills as a good reference for looking up to see if they have all the knives in that color that I need. But I like this knife because it's got a Skinner blade on it. This is a big, strong knife. This is one of the knives I carry in my truck. all the time, a different color, but I carry this one in my truck just because it's so versatile and can do so many things. If you can get a case knife for under $35 and it's this big and strong, I think it's a great deal. So these are my 5 that I try to find in each color that I'm going to collect. So just real quick review. I've got the Trapper, Mini Trapper, the Medium Stockman, the Peanut, and the Sidebuster Junior. So like what I said earlier in the comments below, which 5 knives would you pick? And I would love to see what y'all have to say. Hey, well, thanks for stopping by. Next week, I think I'm going to continue on and show you all of my different synthetic patterns that we have. There would be a couple of substitutions in that. I'll kind of show you what I'm allowing for substitutions in that group. Can't wait to see what y'all have to say. Which 5 you would pick. Like everybody says, don't forget to like and subscribe.